One of the deepest things about Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and Daniel is this: their faith was not built on comfort, it was built on conviction. These men loved God in a hostile environment, in a culture trying to change their identity, change their beliefs, change who they bowed to. Yet, even in Babylon, they refused to let captivity change their loyalty to God. And that's powerful because many people only stay faithful when faith is easy. But Daniel and the Hebrew boys stayed faithful when obedience became dangerous. When everyone else bowed to the golden image, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego stood still. Now, imagine that moment, an entire nation bowing, music playing, pressure everywhere, and three men standing, not because they were fearless, but because their love for God was greater than their fear of death. And then they say one of the most powerful statements in Scripture. Our God is able to deliver us, but even if he does not, we will not bow. That is mature faith. Not, I'll love God if he rescues me, but I'll love him even if the fire comes. And that's the kind of love heaven recognizes and honors. A love not based on blessings, but based on relationship. Then they were thrown into the furnace. And this is what moves me most. The fire that was supposed to destroy them became the place where God revealed himself beside them. Because when the king looked into the furnace, he said, I see 4 men walking, and the fourth looks like the Son of God. That means they were never alone in the fire. And some people need to hear that deeply today, because the fire in your life may feel unbearable. The betrayal, the trauma, the grief, the attacks. But the story reminds us God does not always keep people out of the fire. Sometimes he joins them in it. And then there's Daniel, a man who prayed so faithfully that even laws could not silence him. He was thrown into the den of lions because his love for God was stronger than his fear of consequences. That's real devotion, not performative faith, but a relationship so deep that even danger could not separate him from prayer. Daniel and the Hebrew boys teach us this. Real love for God is revealed under pressure. When culture says bow, when fear says compromise, when life says give up, love keeps standing. And maybe that's why their story still touches hearts today, because they remind us what it looks like to love God more than comfort, more than approval, and even more than life itself.